Welcome back to some more Xenonauts 2, where we are on our way to yet another abduction mission. Oh, looks like we spawn in with enemies inside. Nothing else inside. Very dark. What do we see? Somebody at the window there. Yeah, that's a cleaner, isn't it? Oh, there's always the aliens on these abduction missions. Well, anyway, how do we handle it? I mean, the question is how do we handle this? The answer is usually grenades. Let's get you outside. You're standing there as if nothing happened. Alright, come back. Hey, yeah, he was not checking on the movement preview. Great, now you're standing there awkwardly in the way. What is this line of fire? I'll try that. It's not quite what I was hoping for. What if you have left? 41. This is one of the, I think I mentioned it before, this has thrown me off the most about the combat system here. Like this little fence that's halfway between me and the target, that should not have any impact. Like this is like, doesn't make sense in my head. Like from everything, you know, how is that minus 40% chance to hit? That wouldn't even show up in your targeting reticle when you're taking aim at that enemy. Oh, grenades it is then, I guess. He's suppressed. Let's hide behind this. Yeah, because of this, I don't think anyone else is gonna have the mobility to get there. Should take a look in this direction. We think we're gonna go all the way down here. Get you out this way. Get you out that way. You're gonna be here for now, and then let's see what happens. What a shot! And we get abduction troops over here. And we have enemies over here. Not seeing anybody so far. Little bit away still till we get to the map edge. which is over there. Okay, this tells me that it's probably kind of free over here. So you can grab that next turn, and we're done on this side of the map. Oh no, I thought I already clicked the other soldier. Well, that was not ideal. Okay, we got somebody all the way across the map. Maybe just hide from them for now. Something like this. Let's see what happens. Okay, no update on that guy, but this guy's over here. He's gone. Can't reach any remote cover spot here right now. Okay, another production tube over there. Can we get eyes on that guy who was over here? Doesn't seem that way. You took 4 points of damage, no actual wounds. You over here. It's kind of the only area with any sort of long line of sight, so we keep our sniper here. Always a little bit strange how the enemies just, you know, stand out in the open like that. Yeah, what cover? One thing we could do here is try to blow up this lock, which, you know, for some inexplicable reason counts as an obstacle, or maybe we can just drive you a little bit to the side here. And blow up this lock, that would be would make things so much easier. Response for doing some damage to the dude. Okay. We're looking. 5 turns left. We only have 3 civilians rescued so far. We probably reach that next turn. So I guess the interesting part is going to be getting into the area here. Which looks a little bit more dicey. We can bring a machine gun over there. And then we just wait and see what happens. This all felt super aggressive. And yeah, I always complain that this is kind of... It feels so reckless, but at the same time, I don't see any other reason how you even get remotely close to beating the timer. You're not a cleaner. When in doubt, grenades out, but at least halfway in the right direction next time, please. Man, I don't think we've seen that kind of creature before. Move you already? No. Here. Stay behind full cover. Any chance we can get sniper line of sight? Not if he remains behind that building. It's gonna bring you up like that. Two of them. We got one more grenade on the launcher here. At least we can kill it. We hit. Drive back behind cover, which might not be the worst idea ever. And I don't want to come around that corner. This guy is way too aggressively sitting there. Not that good enough. Stay over here. Gonna be running forward. Don't think there's anything else left to do here on this side of the map. Probably grab this thing next turn. Drive back behind the wall. Not gonna have grenades next turn because we need to reload. One run behind this wall, no idea where the other one is. Okay, so you're telling me there's more than two guys. It's a roofed building. I do this. We can throw something on the roof. I don't think it hits dudes that are one level below. We totally get a grenade going over there somewhere. That one piece of wall that's still intact is the one he's hiding behind. There, you move to the side and you throw this grenade right here with the intent to blow up a hole in the wall and maybe blow up a little bit of the dude. So you're telling me if I want to shoot the guy in the back, I get aim reduction from the guy in front, which I can't shoot because the wall is in the way. Yeah. I thought we talked about this. Boost him down and suppress that guy in the process. Just not sure we can take the chances here. No way you can get close enough to attack with this thing. So we could come here and yeah, let's just shotgun him down. Okay, so it leaves us with this dude. That's unfortunately not a hit. How are you looking here? 69. 6. Okay, not quite. %, is not a great shot. I'll just keep you there for now. You're the only one who still has an action. I don't think we can throw like a flashbang or anything all the way over there. Can I have a look? Yeah, definitely not. Two turns left. Yeah, he really doesn't care about cover. So did a bit of a number on us. Okay, so now what? I'm still wondering if there's any way I can actually get a capture in, but I think my capture pistols are too far away. And this is the last remaining turn here. This is not checked off as completed. Why are you closing the door again after going through? And doors are the true enemy in this game, I tell you that much. Didn't actually reach that. I think we're going for it. Can we get negative doomsday? Is there any benefit actually for me doing this? The last turn, I don't even know where the last abduction thingamabob is. Unless I completely missed it. We're just gonna end turn. Oh. Okay. I did completely miss it. Also, there was one enemy here in the thing. Night. Two days injury, that's basically nothing. 3 kills for a sniper, earning him a medal for probably getting multiple kills per soldier. Oh, 5 hostile unit across the career. Various stats going up. Wraith corpses. DBS unit. Okay. The opponents on the battlefield. Possessing great intelligence. Well, not about their positioning, eh? Oh, looking at their stats. Accuracy 59. A lot of health. Cloaking fields. A reflexes. Earn the name from their remarkable cloaking abilities that make them rather difficult to hit. The soldiers can attest. Can they? Skin can instantly change color to match the surroundings. Their armor and weapons incorporate tiny optical projectors that allow them to mimic this behavior. This cloaking effect has limitations. Primarily, that is unconvincing at close range, a short range. The shimmer and visual imperfection are more easily spotted. Inflicting damage causes temporary disruption to the camouflage. I did not notice anything about the cloaking. I would just wonder if my liberal use of grenades just disabled their cloaking effect. So grenading them first, then shooting might have just solved that whole issue. Well, we'll see. I'm getting close to the end of the Doomsday part of the campaign, I think. As I understand it, when the actual invasion begins, the Doomsday clock ends. Or is replaced? I don't know. But I'm assuming the whole operation part stays. No. Do I care about somebody who reduces Doomsday if Doomsday goes away? I think we're just gonna sit on the points. I'm curious to see what happens here when the invasion begins. Well, that's our research. Teleportation. Allows the vessel to instantly jump to a new location without needing to traverse the intervening space. If you reserve support, a destroyer would be insufficient to jump even 1 light year. So there must be a mothership somewhere. Carrier, maybe. Alien Origins is a new research project we can do, but before we do that, it gives us monthly funding. No, I think we want to do one of the other projects here. Let's go for the hull plating. Transmission. Our enemies announce their presence to the world. A simple message is broadcast across an incredulous planet. We are the Eternal Empire. We invite humanity to serve us. Those who surrender will be rewarded. Those that refuse will be destroyed. You have 3 days to decide. Well, it's been the only thing on every channel for hours now. I don't think there's a single person on the planet that hasn't seen it. Nice of them to give us time to get organized. So I need to be a genius to realize that the odds are stacked against us. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you came to that conclusion tells me one does not have to be a genius, eh? You expect humanity to surrender? Not without a fight. That's the spirit, Bradford. They're scared, but they're defiant. We can use that, show the public that victories are possible, and they'll support the war. If we can't, it's game over. They'll decide to surrender is the only option. We need more support. Our resources are too limited to defeat the invasion alone. Yeah, you're right. I'm talking to the Funding Council. Got influence and connections and evidence. We've already spent years fighting the aliens. We'll have what we need soon enough. Objective update. Doomsday averted. The alien transmission has sent shockwaves across the planet, calming tensions between the world powers enough to remove the imminent threat of nuclear war. With fear and defiance leading even the most bitter enemies to consider collaboration, the Xenonauts attempt to organize a united resistance against the extraterrestrial invasion. Alright, now this supporter was giving me... okay. It used to give me reduced doomsday, now it's giving me operation points per day, reduced panic. Where do I see? Okay, if I hover over it, every country currently is at 50 panic. Or every continent, I should say. Again, I wish... ooh. 105 points, we can reduce global panic monthly and Euro panic. Although I think it makes just the most sense to get, if the panic is not the issue yet, get something that gives us more operation points, right? Like even a single additional point is giving us 10% increase. I wish there was an overview. Maybe I'm just missing it. Where I could see what every dude does. Yeah, I go here and then this, and then now it closes it completely. So, 2 operation points per day. But slightly more expensive. There may be something in the icons that I'm just not recognizing because they're so tiny. Yes, these are operation point dudes. Yeah. And he has like a golden star, and that's why he's giving 2. Okay. I think I'm reading this correctly. And I think we want to grab the 2 operation point dude here. Save a couple more days. Council reports. 2 days of frantic negotiations. Every major world power agrees to support a multinational organization focused on defending Earth. Call it the Xenonaut command. Maybe short than XCOM. Xenonaut initiative. Yeah, okay, that also works. Is tasked with responding to alien incursions and gathering sufficient information about the invaders to devise a strategy for defeating them. Good news, everyone. The Xenonauts initiative has been formally recognized. Every major country signed the treaty. Getting every country to agree to something within 3 days. You know, it's science fiction. With the tip of the spear, an elite multinational organization that exists to gather the data governments need to handle local alien incursions. Okay, does that mean a big funding? Lots of money? I can build more bases? I'm free to operate anywhere in the world without restriction, which is going to make my life a lot easier. They also agreed to pardon us for any illicit activities we may or may not have been forced to carry out before the rest of the world woke up to the threat. No idea what you're talking about. I seem to recall assurances that our activities were entirely legal. You were smart enough to know that wasn't true. Well, anyway, Wanda, you can begin expanding our operations. We're now receiving additional funding directly from government, so our monthly budget has increased substantially. It seems sort of foolish to have any limitations on our budget at all, given the circumstances. So cooperative as governments are going to get, unfortunately. As cooperative, okay. I mean, they still need to, you know, make sure the stock market doesn't collapse, right? You can't give all the money to the thing that saves humanity. Gotta keep the shareholders happy. They don't need us, but they don't want us getting too powerful. Yeah, all that. He's incredibly short-sighted. No. Position to argue. This is our best shot at saving the world. Our only shot, one might say. On its critical that we keep our funding regions happy. Protect them and then increase our monthly budget. Fail and they'll reduce funding or withdraw from the initiative entirely. Lose too many regions and they'll shut us down. Ensure funding regions do not surrender to the aliens. The establishment of the Funding Council and formal recognition of the Xenonaut initiative has significantly increased our monthly fund. We now need to manage panic levels in each funding region. Regions with low panic will grant additional funding, whereas any region that reaches 100 panic will withdraw from the Council and surrender. Humanity will be defeated and the Xenonaut initiative terminated should too many regions surrender to the aliens. Oh, also this red bar, I guess, is also giving us a panic indicator. Now, what I'm not seeing is any information about, I'm going to say, how much is panic increasing? Also, do we have like a funding report? I mean, we have the funding report coming in, but can I look at that before that? There it is. Oh, we're actually making money. So I guess we'll fast forward time to get our first influx of cash here. Ka-ching, baby. Almost 2 million. Alright. Wasn't this guy 175 here a second ago? What happened? I'm not even... Yeah, and the others were like 100 something and now it's 150? So it's still that the green ones are slightly cheaper, right? Insulated. Now we need... Okay, it's good. I think I'm just gonna then grab one from Europe. Gives me additional operation points. And so maybe we get the full bonus at some point. Alright. Well... Here's the question. Okay. I see some new buttons over here. First of all, yeah. For 100 operation points we could construct another base somewhere else. I have no idea what that would cost. 100 points we can raise funds. It's almost 1 million we can just get as a... We need more operation points. Request alloys, request selenium. Okay. Now this becomes the most important resource very quickly. So, with that being said, I'm kind of looking at this and thinking I wanna expand, or rather, let's actually go to engineering first. Let's see what we can do. The selenium generator, don't have enough selenium. Well, living quarters are currently at capacity, so I think I definitely wanna pop one more of those on there. I would really like, you know, to not be in the red with a training capacity, although the training center is so expensive. Doing that. Storage capacity, we're not even close to cap, so there's plenty of room to go. What do additional workshops do for us? Workshop capacity. That allows us to hire more engineers. So 500k. Did I ever get a medical center? Should I get a missile battery? Those are the important questions here. Do we have anything we can sell? Any junk? Okay. So the healing rate, we've been fine so far with healing, right? By just swapping out soldiers. I'm looking at this 20% survival chance, which I don't know how that exactly is calculated, but not getting one shot by enemies seems like a decent investment, right? So maybe I want to get a medical center. Plop that down here. That still gives us the option to get a second storeroom here for adjacency bonus. Cool. And yeah, we got room for labs, room for workshops, and then at some point could get a third training center here. That should be more than we ever need for training. And then probably missile battery or something down here. It's immediately spent all the money. Ah, you can't make it up. But hey. Money in my bank account's not gonna help me win the war. And it does, but you know what I mean. Alright, launch interceptors. All of them. How do we detect UFO 15 and then UFO 18? I feel like there's something missing in between. So what are you even? I'm kind of wondering if I wanna redirect these guys, because yeah, this guy was disappearing off the radar anyway. Take down the small one first. And we can still see if we can still find 15 here. I guess the other thing we might want to invest in is more interceptors. It's gonna be challenging to fit that into this space. That's the thing where I'm not sure, like, should we be building another base? Should we be, you know, focusing on that one base first, fully establish that? Just a little bit of armor. And we got a crash site. Let me actually, can I squadron? I want you to fly over there. See if we can find the other guy. And I think we're just gonna wait a little bit before we send out our Sky Ranger to the crash site. See if we I want to do the mission in daylight, right? So that the day-night border here moves over westward. Okay, you guys return to base. Kinda lost that guy. Alright, then the combat team. I don't see any reason to change anything about the current team. That worked reasonably well. Hang on, there's a assault shotgun. Does everybody have the good armor? I really should get another good armor also for a sniper. They keep getting shot at for some inexplicable reason. Alright. Well, we're gonna launch the dropship and I'm gonna head over to the crash site. The actual invasion has begun, which I assume is gonna mean more UFO related missions, and maybe the whole cleaner subplot is over now. We'll find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.